So a lot of people expected for Bill Clinton to be in the Epstein files in one way or the other. Remember, this is what one of the poster children for the MAGA crowd when it comes to arguing that you're going to find a bunch of Democratic pedophilic elites within the Epstein files, and that's why the Democrats want to make sure that those files are never released. One of the people that was used as the poster child for that was Bill Clinton. And not for no reason. We have known that Bill Clinton has spoken with and hung out with Jeffrey Epstein quite a few times. We know about that really weird picture of Bill Clinton in a blue dress that Epstein had within his mansion. We know of that one photo of Bill Clinton getting a massage, and we know that he was on Epstein's plane. And so a lot of people reasonably believe that we were going to get some crazy dirt on Bill Clinton once those files were released. What was interesting is that Epstein claimed in those emails that Bill Clinton was never on the island, or that he never actually visited the island. This might be true, it might not be, I'm not too sure. But the really interesting thing is what it says about someone named Bubba. In one of the email exchanges between Jeffrey Epstein and Mark Epstein, his brother, we see Mark Epstein saying something interesting. They're talking about dirt that exists on Donald Trump. And Mark Epstein wrote, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. And so, of course, the world lost their mind, and now everyone's wondering who Bubba is. Who is Bubba supposed to be? Who did Trump blow? And one of the first people that came to mind was Bill Clinton, because Bubba is one of the nicknames that Bill Clinton has been given. And so a lot of people are wondering if this actually happened. But this is what Mark Epstein wrote. And keep in mind, look at the language. He's not wording it as if he doesn't know that the picture exists, or that the picture that it's a probability of whether or not that picture exists. He's writing this as if he knows that those photos exist. He's saying, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump doing that. He's not asking if there are those types of photos. He's asking if Putin has them. So that leads me to believe that these photos exist. There's photos out there of Donald Trump blowing someone. I don't know who, but people are speculating Bill Clinton. Now, Mark Epstein came out with a statement basically saying that it wasn't Bill Clinton, that this was just private correspondence between him and his brother, and that the person in question wasn't Bill Clinton. There are two things that kind of make me suspicious about this. I don't have my mind set on this as of right now in terms of whether or not I actually believe that he did or didn't. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind. I haven't seen enough evidence to support the idea that it actually is Bill Clinton. That doesn't mean that it's improbable or that it isn't probable that it is him, or most likely that it is him. Just that I haven't seen enough evidence to be able to myself conclude that yes, that is what happened, or that is most likely what happens. But it is certainly interesting and worthwhile to take note of. But the thing that is noteworthy to bring up is that Mark Epstein did claim that the reason why he wanted to come out and say that it wasn't Bill Clinton is because he likes Bill Clinton. He's, I guess, good friends with him in private, and he said that he was sorry to see that he had to go through that. So he had to come out and say that it wasn't Bill Clinton. Now, automatically, the conspiracist in me is going to assume that therefore it's most likely Bill Clinton. But that's pretty much all the information that we have regarding that particular situation. I will say the memes are hysterical, and I'm happy that this came out just for the sheer fact that these memes are great. And also for the sheer fact that a lot of people on the conservative right, they're the types of people that would care about this stuff, that don't want Donald Trump doing any gay according to them. And so you see some Facebook posts of people just like absolutely crashing out because Donald Trump did something gay, which is hysterical, which obviously I don't care. Whatever, do whatever you want to do, so long as you're not hurting anyone. I could not care less if Donald Trump actually did this to Bill Clinton. I actually don't care. Like, this to me isn't salacious, but the reaction around it is hysterical, and the memes around it hysterical, especially since Donald Trump and the White House are absolutely crashing out over this. Look at these posts from the White House. They're hysterical. They're trying so desperately to make Donald Trump straight again. So they posted, I Can't Help Falling in Love with You, the Elvis song. And it's a picture of him and Melania. And then the comments here are wonderful. Use the wrong photo. Bill Clinton crying in the club right now. Holy damage control. I'm telling you, some of these memes are marvelous. These memes are wonderful. And then here's another post by the White House that says America's power couple. And then, of course, people memeing, replacing Melania with Bill Clinton. There's the Coldplay concert meme. So they're coping hard right now. They want to get this image out of the public eye. To me, it's just like the funniest thing on the planet. But there's also rumors that Ghislaine Maxwell has or had a horse named Bubba, and so of course there's a lot of people also making memes about Donald Trump blowing a horse. I looked into this claim. I could not find anything about this claim at all whatsoever. I think this is just fake. I think someone just said this at one point and people ran with it because it was really anti-Trump and it was hysterical. But but I tried looking into this claim that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba, and I could not find anything to confirm it, anything to corroborate it. So, but most notably, the Bill Clinton memes and the Bill Clinton fiasco and the damage control that the White House and Trump are doing to make sure that no one thinks that Donald Trump did any gay shit back then is is got to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen.